Hi guys, this is Colleen from Korean Colleen. As promised, I'm gonna make a video about the apartment and I'm now renting, and I'm gonna also explain how I got this apartment and what were the steps that I had to go through, what stopped me, what didn't, what helped me, and thus far. Follow me. So a lot of places in Korea will have a key lock. In my place, the particularity is that there is two. This is the old one. We are actually gonna use this one to enter. You have a 4 to 5 digit code to open the door. Good code. Here we go. So when you enter most Korean apartments, you will have this platform that you need to actually take your shoes off. Most places will say in the descriptions that you need to change shoes. So I have inside shoes, outside shoes. What is good is that we have two closets next to it. This one is made to put shoes in. You have one thing for like umbrellas or bags. You have one drawer. You have a lot more place that I still didn't put anything in. And on the other side you have about the same, except the disposition is a little bit different. For me it's just the suitcase for the moment, even though I didn't want to do this because there is actually a bar there that I could use to put vest and so forth, but this is the place that the suitcase fits. And well, the rest is just rubbish that I have to throw out or some stuff that I put there in between. Now, when I rented this place, I had all the cupboards and closet you will see, as well as the washing machine, the sink of course, the fridge, and further down the table and the chair, the bed, and then that's about all that there was. And the airco that is right here, sorry, is also installed. So now, all that you see that are like bowls or rugs or cutlery, everything I had to purchase, but that I knew of, so it was not too much of a problem. So in the kitchen, this one is actually not really usable. You can't really even open it. Well, you can, but there is just no space because there is this that is actually existing in this apartment, so there is no space up here. Here you have two places that I put some stuff in. Here above the fridge you have also the same. It's very very deep, which is good, but also not so good because I'm too small for that, so I have to go and purchase something to reach it. Under the sink you have the usual place that you can put some things as well. And here you have two drawers like this. This one I put some stuff in, the other as well. Now if you go further into the bedroom slash living room slash anything else, I also had with the apartment as appliance, I had the fridge and the microwave. It's not yet plugged in because I intend to purchase a small thing to not use so much space on the table for this, because I had other plans for that table, so I'm waiting for that to actually plug it in. Now all the rest apart from the chair, desk, and this is mine. And then you have another closet-like thing here, but it's actually the place with the boiler. So I don't even know if I could put the suitcase in here, so I didn't do it, as you can see. Here you have this windowsill, and here under there's a whole. So you have three closet-like shelves, closet like this. Each one has again a function. I just put stuff in here. So yeah, and this is the remote control for the aircon, which is very practical. Let me turn it on because it's damn sweltering in here. Here we go. With like you can regulate temperature, and I believe this will also be for the heating system, but I will have to double check when that is needed. The bed, by the way, did not have sheets or blanket or a pillow, so I had to go and purchase pillows, which you can see here. And this is actually what I used the first night as a pillow. And then on this side you have a huge closet, which is full of my clothes. So yes, on a side note again, so when I entered this, the closet part with the hangers, there was actually a second bar around here, but I took it off because my clothes are too long, and it's not because I'm tall, because I'm not. So you can either like leave 2 bars and then have to fold like dresses if you're a girl, but even some shirts were too long. So I think even if you're a guy, that's gonna be a problem. Or I just took it off. It's not like, it's just a clips in, so I didn't have to like ask for anything. I could do it myself. Then the rest, this is all like shirts and stuff, and you have here under a drawer to put extra stuff. This little box here was also there when I got it. It's a humidity extractor, so it's supposed to like take all the humidity out of the air, so I left it in. I'm gonna see if like the level is moving, and if it's moving I'm gonna go purchase more. If it's not, I suppose then it's not necessary, but I think it is because they took some out when they came, so I think it's gonna be necessary. Now on this side you have another like shelf thing. So here, see, I put some stuff for the bathroom in here. The one here under is more like some candies and some other stuff for crafts, and then here under I put like the towels and things like that, because there is not much space in the bathroom. Not that the bathroom is small, but there is just not much space to put things. Now for the bathroom, first of all, this little dial thing. So this is to actually launch the heater and also the boiler for the hot water. If I don't launch this thing, I don't have hot water, which happened to me the first night because I didn't know. I thought it was like the old control system for the airco or something. It's not. So now that I know, I can do it correctly. Now in the bathroom, this was one of my requests, to have a separate shower and toilet, so this is what I get. I have one small shelf here behind this side of the mirror where I can put most of my stuff in. You have another like shelf in front of the mirror. You have these, which I suppose are super practical if you have the goblets that go with them, but I didn't find anything that was small enough for this, so I'm still looking. And on this side you have, like in the old one, a small shelf on the side. A very small shelf that's with the thing, and on this side you have a hanger for like towels and stuff, which is really practical. And then here on top you have one bar, sorry for the light. This is practical for me to put things to dry when I do laundry. I don't know if that's the primary use, though I believe it is, but yes. I prefer to put it in the bathroom than to put it in the bedroom and risk doing something with the floor. So that is what the apartment looks like. So about the process of renting this place, I don't know enough Korean to do it on my own. So what I did do is I found a website in English, which is Craigslist, with everybody almost know. And I actually went to look for an apartment that I thought suited my price range and what I would like to have in an apartment. So I contacted the realty agent who was speaking English, because I looked at a website in English and he was expressing himself in English. And I asked if it would be possible to see the apartment and to meet him. The day after we had agreed to meet, I went to the realty office and I met him, and it asked me like what I wanted, what was my price range, and so forth. So I told him which neighborhood I wanted, what was about my price range, and he already told me that the apartment I had seen online was not good enough for me, because I asked a fully furnished apartment and that one was not. So in the picture there was furniture, but apparently there was not really in the apartment. Maybe, I don't know, I didn't see that apartment. And we also discussed key money. Key money is a guarantee that you give, and in Korea they're really expensive. So to give you an idea, they asked me for that apartment that I didn't see, 5 million won guarantee, which is about 4,000 euros. It's a lot of money to give and then have to move out to get back, because if you're like me on a budget and you're not owning money for the moment, that's a lot. So he told me that he had another one that I could move in almost immediately as well, and that was fully furnished, and that the key money was a lot less, which was about only 1 month rent. He proposed to show it to me. I said of course. We came to this apartment.
and he showed me. So he showed me another apartment in this building. The guy that owns this apartment decided to sell, so I could not move into that one. But when he told me 2 days later that the guy decided to sell and thus I could not move in because I was staying 1 year, he offered to show me another apartment, which is this one, which I just could see, and I could move in also on the Sunday, so that was not at all a problem. I was just a little bit surprised because he was really like, I'm sorry, this apartment is not available, we'll have to change your apartment. So it's like, I signed for that apartment, so it's a little bit strange for me. But I asked the administration at school and they said that could happen because also the apartment that I was renting was supposedly only for short time periods and I was on a long-term basis, so that was also a little bit strange for me. The realty agent stayed with me during all the signature. He explained all the points of the contract with me, and I double checked with the school afterwards to see if everything seemed correct, and everything was. Now about the rent, what I'm paying for this apartment per month is 800,000 won, which is roughly 640 euro about. That it does not include the water, electricity, gas, and also what we call the charges, which is like all the common parts that you pay as well. That I will be able to update a little bit later to tell you how much exactly it is. But it includes all the furniture, renting, and so forth. Now about the key money, I gave 1 million won, which is roughly 800 euros. They asked just a little bit more than 1 month because I was staying long term, which doesn't make too much sense to me, but anyway, they will keep it basically if I break something, they will use that money to pay for it if I break it towards the end of my stay. If anything else breaks out of normal use of the objects, I can contact the what I call the landlord, but it's not really because he's not the owner of this, he's like the person that is doing all the rent stuff, and they will replace it. That's the persons I've been mainly dealing with. They're really helpful even though they don't speak English and I don't speak Korean, so we have to kind of find an in-between. So she's the one that helped me move in, that gave me the code, that made me change the code immediately so that everything was in order. She's the one that provided me with the desk, she's the one that provided me with the microwave, she's the one that I contacted. One of the gas when we came in was not working, we checked together. The day after they sent somebody to fix it right away, so they're really nice about it, even though sometimes I feel a little bit sorry because I don't speak and thus I don't understand when they ask me something. Now apart from that, on the other side, yeah, a little mad run in the beginning to try to find sheets and pillows and everything, but I suppose there wouldn't be any, so to be honest I knew it, though I couldn't know exactly because when I visited this one and the other apartment, the precedent tenant was still in, so I did not see the apartment empty, I saw the apartment with everybody's stuff in it. So that also made me a little bit think about size. I wasn't sure about the size of this apartment, mainly because there were 2 beds when I came in. So I suppose that you can live with 2 people in this apartment if you really get along with the other person and you're used to living with them. But just so you know, it's possible. And yeah, there was a microwave in this one. There was a microwave in the other one. So I said, okay, and I had the microwave and the lady was like, oh, but this is my microwave. So they also said, oh, we're gonna put another one, that's not a problem. But yeah, because I changed the apartment, I had to be careful. I also had to ask for the desk, table desk thing, because there was one in the first one that I visited, but not in the second. Apart from that, everything was quite easy. I was a little bit afraid of what would happen with the realtor because I wasn't sure, are they real, are they not real? That's one of the reasons that I wanted to go to the office, because I wanted to see the office and see if something looked amiss. But apart from that, everything was really nice and they were really helpful. I could contact the guy via KakaoTalk, which is one of the main messenger service here, and he replied right away and he gave me the meeting for the day after. when they said that they would change me apartment, it was a Friday and I was supposed to move in the Sunday, so I said, okay, if you want to change me, I will need to see the new apartment, because I really, like, I can express well enough what I want, so I really needed to see that everything was okay to reassure me. And I told him it was Friday, I could be there at like noon, half past noon, I think. And he was like, okay, I'll be there. And he was here at noon to show me the apartment with, again, the landlady. So everything was really nice. And when I moved in, the landlady asked her daughter, I believe, to help her, because so she could translate some things, what she could in English to me, so that I could be helped and so forth. They showed me like the rubbish bin, everything. They tried really to help me. And when I have a problem and I go to them, that's absolutely, like, they're really, really helpful. So yeah, but the process was a little bit daunting for me, but everything went fine in the end. Hi guys, so because it's been a little bit of time since I made this video, and I can give an update about some things about this apartment. So I did end up purchasing the extra like furniture for the microwave. It took me a while. I'll make another video about why it took me a while, but now I have it finally, though it's been close to a month, I think, that I have been trying to order it. Now on the side, what I've noticed about the apartment is that having laundry dry is a little bit hard, because there is not much air. The main place that is easy for me to put laundry to dry would be the bathroom, but that's like one of the places where no air whatsoever can go through. So if you put it there to dry, it takes a long while, and sometimes it doesn't smell so good. Now I've been getting better at doing that, so I finally found fabric softener, so I did buy this to also give a better smell to my laundry. However, it's not really making me feel good to put anything to dry there, so what I'm doing is I'm mainly doing it in the main part of the apartment, and that's working so far, except that I don't have a lot of space to put anything to dry, so I'm really stuck with that. But I'm getting used to it. Like, you do a bit every single day or every other day and it works fine, except that it makes really a clutter in your apartment because you have laundry drying half of the time, but it's fine for the moment. And apart from that, everything is running great. I haven't had any problem. I finally received like my first charges bill, but I'm not sure if the price is for a full month or only the first half month that I spent here, so I'll have to double check that later. Honestly, that's some things that are not really clear for me usually, so but that is working fine. And yeah, I'm just enjoying my time. Everything is working like it's supposed to be. I didn't have any problem. I didn't like have problem with the water. I didn't have problem with the gas. Everything is running great. And yeah, so the apartment is really nice, and I'm still really happy with this. I hope that you enjoyed this video once again, and yeah, if you have any other question, please feel free to ask them and I will try to answer them to the best of my abilities. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.